All right, this is the like Cloud 6, but it ends up becoming Match Man as the Patriots get the Dolphins to declare themselves by using motion. Um, Principles of this are pretty simple to the field side. Boundary corner is going to carry his man, roll up as the safety has the deep hash. And this is just in their base, okay? And that's if nothing else changes pre-snap. Um, Linebackers have the back to each side. Reminder Stevenson, the back releases this way. It's man out to the flat. He releases this way. It's man to the flat. And then you're going to carry them up as the safety has anything deep. Right? Now, what happens to, let's clean this up. What happens to the other linebacker if his area is vacated? There's nobody there. No back is going there. Well, he has to get depth to take away any in-cutting route. And you want to be on the other side of the hash for any mesh concept or any crossing route. So it's pretty simple. It has to be coordinated between the two backs. What's going to happen here? They get them declared with this motion. And you see that it carries Kader Kohu across. And once you have Kader Kohu across, actually the motion is going to come over here. He's going to pass him off as Eli Apple's going to come inside. That's going to leave the tight end essentially uncovered. You never allow a tight end uncovered. And then that's going to force Miami to bring up Deshaun Elliott. And then now you have safety in the deep middle, which kind of signals to the boundary corner on the field side, you got him man to man. This is perfectly executed, and it's an even better play by Kader Kohu. Let's run it. See, you pass him off right there. Eli Apple has the outside man. And it's now match man because Deshaun Elliott has to come up. And it's a great play by Kader Kohu. All right, this is a really nifty play. It's a waggle boot. They're going to get this motion right here. Julian Hill. They're going to have a run action right here. And then you're going to have the boot out of it with Tua Tagovailoa. Now, usually what you do with one of these is that you're going to bring the tight end across. And that's the primary, right? This time they reverse it because usually what you want to do is you want to have the outside man, your wide receiver, occupy the safety, try to hold the safety so he doesn't drive on any of these crossers, right? So what do they do that's different, that makes this waggle boot different than what most teams like to run? Well, they're going to use the tight end to occupy the safety so he doesn't drive on the crosser. And then, quite frankly, you can't drive on this crosser because it's being run by Jalen Waddle. So they're reversing the duties, and they're making the wide receiver the primary on this. This is a staple of almost every single playbook in the NFL. It's a staple of Miami's playbook, except that they reverse the roles, and it pays off huge dividends. Let's run it. Here's the motion. There's the run action. There's the boot. Great play by Jennings, by the way, to stay flat and then come out on Tua. But it's still not enough. As Waddle gets across, Tua makes the throw, and that's a gain of 9. All right, there's not much to this play right here. You have the running back over here. Okay. This is essentially just a shot play. They're going to have this little run action right here. Little mesh. And then Tua's going to bounce out of it. Take a shot play. It's a 2-man route. Now, what's happening pre-snap here? Well, J.C. Jackson's going to communicate, and you can see the leverage already, right? And you can see the disposition right on the hash. So, he's essentially going to be bracketed. But what good is a bracket when a guy just runs past it? This run action that they have actually pays a little dividend And it's just enough to get Tyreek to just streak past everybody. We're going to run at a full speed so you can appreciate it. And there it is. That little run action made this safety hesitate just a little bit. We're going to slow it down so you can see it. And we're going to watch it right here. Here comes the run action. They've run this a lot of times before. And there it is right there. And that little run action got this guy to peek. And once he peeks, right here, you see this? See this? See his feet? That's bad news when you have the fastest man in the NFL running at you at full speed. He's going to beat you. This design shot play has a two-man route. They're covering it exactly the same way on either side. Tua just picked Tyreek Hill. He is open. It's a touchdown. Just runs right past him. Did you see this? Look at this right here. Arms are up already. They know it's a touchdown. Let's catch it. Touchdown. This is what happens sometimes when your own rules on defense betray you. By mere alignment, Tua kind of knows what he's going to get here. For example, what is this guy doing right here? No, he's covering nobody. Okay? So, it looks like it's match man, the way they came out. So, what is he doing? Is he just playing to the 3-by-1 side, and then he's just going to wall this off across? Or is he peeking for a blitz? It's quite frankly, what he's doing is essentially declaring himself as non-essential on the play, which means if you're non-essential, you're doing nothing. Why are you going to vacate? I mean, why are you going to occupy an area that has no bearing? All he's really going to be able to do, since he's lined up directly over the guard, is to try to take away any little in cut over here. Problem is, you have one over here. So, what are the Dolphins going to do to try to create space here? Well, they've already identified this guy. So, they're going to run this little motion out. That's going to open him up. Make this man get a little deeper. And then they're just going to run the slant across the face. It's pitch and catch. Perfect design on the play. And they get lucky by the alignment that they get from the New England Patriots. They're bringing a blitz, and they're matched across the board. Let's run it a little slow so you can see it. And you can see he's coming already. Middle of the field is completely open. Completely open. And quite frankly, there's any one of about 5 routes here that Tua could get to and probably pull this off. But he's going to take the easiest of them all, which is slant across the face. They're bringing 6. Delivery to the pass. Cedric Wilson. Touchdown. Very nice play. And we're going to see it from the end zone view. And Tua understands it again. Like, he's watching this guy right here. Like, what is he going to do? Is he going to try to get deep? What for? Ball's at the goal line. So, he's either coming on a blitz, or he has to wall it off to the 3-by-1 side. This is 3, and this is 1, although it's really 3-by-2. So, he's non-essential at this point. He's not doing anything. So, he's likely coming. He's coming through the B gap, which means Tua has all of this to throw to. What does he have that's hot to that area? Because he kind of knows, look, he knows what's coming over here. All right. And he knows he has this motion that's going to widen, get Peppers to get a little deeper, and then he's going to have the slant across. This is pitch and catch. It's a good design, but more importantly, the Dolphins get lucky by the defensive alignment. And we're just going to run it to the end. They come. Pitch and catch. Touchdown. Now, what happens when you play an opponent that tries to emulate something you do? Well, the Patriots are going to have this little motion right here where they're going to bring this man out. And Mac Jones is going to pump to him the smoke route while they run Kendrick Bourne in a semi-wheel. They try to occupy this safety by running a post deep, and essentially, who are you putting into conflict? You're putting Jalen Ramsey into conflict, which is probably a bad idea. What Jalen Ramsey is going to do is that he's going to play the rules of this coverage, which is essentially cover 6. Again, it's the base of any Vic Fangio coverage. He's going to play the rules of it. Let me clean it up. Which are to carry his man, especially to the field side. This is the field side. He's going to carry his man to the intermediate zone. He's going to pass him off. He's going to roll up. So he has that in mind. He recognizes the play and actually carries his man a little bit deeper, as not to say that he was necessarily fooled, but he knows he's going to get deep because he sees the action on the pump. And once he sees the action on the pump, he knows that they're trying to put him into conflict and they're running a wheel right behind him. So he's going to carry his man a little bit deeper. He's going to let the wheel sink, and then he's going to come off of his man and intercept the ball. It's perfectly played by Jalen Ramsey. It's a good coverage. The execution on the Patriots' part was not too terrible, to be honest with you. And actually, we're going to stop it. If you can see it right here, they're trying to coordinate this, and Ramsey is carrying his man, that's Devontae Parker, to the post. And they know that all the actions to the play side here, they did accomplish what they wanted to accomplish by faking that smoke. And there's the throw as Ramsey comes off of his man on basic cover 6 rules to the field side and intercepts it. And he should score, but he does not, because he's about to. Now, this is something you don't see every day. I'm going to do a chalk talk on one of the most vanilla defensive plays that you're ever going to see. All right. This is essentially a cover 7 match, man. What do you do when you're defending the sticks? You're up 2 scores, and the team you're playing against is not going to get you to declare man or zone. Well, quite simply, what you're going to do is you're going to play just match man across. You're just going to play match man across, and you're going to keep your integrity deep. And you're going to let your pass rush do what it's designed to do. In this game, Vic Fangio showed a lot of split coverages, some cover 6, base, some cloud coverages to Mac Jones. But he decided to close the game out with the most vanilla looks possible, just straight up match man. I'm going to watch it at full speed so you can get an appreciation for it. Look at that coverage across the board. You got a robber on this side because you want to take away this route by Gesicki. So that's perfectly covered. You're carrying the man deep on each boundary. And you have deep safety help. This is what happens when you have a good pass rush and you're protecting the sticks and a 2-score lead with a very good pass rush. You play conservatively behind them. You play man, and in this case, match man, and you get to the quarterback.